So this week I got a chance to play around with a new Defender with the off-road modes. We're making some modifications to the garden right now. We're going to be digging out all 1200 tons of that bank. That's all coming out. Now I've been up that bank many times in the old Land Rover, but I've always had to go straight up, and I fancied having to go with the new Defender at a kind of an angle to force it into a cross axle situation. So we made some down changes to the standard build. We added the EDIF rear locker, the terrain response 2, added the front undershield, and also the optional Duratrack 80 tires, standard size by the way, and then we put on the classic mud flaps and the wheel arch protection. So as I approached the bank, I put it into the grass, gravel and snow mode first of all. Like I said, I've taken it at an angle. I really wanted to force it into that cross axle and just see if the magic electronics would work it out. So as you can see, this having a go here at getting up. Things are just starting to spin as the front wheel there and the inside rear are getting light. It does manage to climb up the bank, and it gets so far, it gets to about there, and it doesn't want to go any further. So you can see it slipping there at the back. The lock is kicking in. That as you'll see from the angle in a minute, the front was spinning on this side as well, and so this is the same climb, just from a different angle, and you can hear it scrabbling there at the back as things get light. Just manages to get it together and get up the bank so far, but then things to spin. You can see the locker kicking in at the back there as the both wheels spin together, and then the front starts to spin as well, and we're just not getting anywhere. So I had to play around with the different modes, and I found that rock crawl is actually best. It keeps it really low, really tight. As you can see from the screen, it locks the center diff, locks that rear diff as well, and in this mode it just went straight up, just no messing, straight up there, next to no slippage whatsoever, and just really controlled climb. It was just complete, different to the other mode. The same climb, but the different angle. Just really controlled, and that's what I was looking for. Just kissing the grass on the way up. And of course, as they say, what goes up must come down. So further on the bank it's actually steeper. I think we got to 26 degrees on the way down, so still in the same mode, in that rock crawl, and I have got my foot on the brake. I can't quite trust the descent control yet, and there is a fence at the bottom which I didn't want to go through. So but it's doing its job. It came down in a really controlled fashion. You'll see from the other angle in just a minute when it came down. It was just all really controlled, and again just kissed the grass slightly on the way down there underneath, but yeah, just all really controlled, like I say, exactly what I was looking for. So really just sharing that in this particular situation, that rock crawl mode seemed to work best. I know I could have given it some beans and pushed it up in the other mode, but that's not what I was looking for. Really just looking for a controlled climb, and rock crawl seems to work best for me.